whole time you weren't interested in the actual science of psychometrics or whether races are actually incompatible. You're just trying to say, you can't prove it, you can't prove it. This doesn't mean what you say. You're right, I can't prove it. Just like you can't prove an artillery shell will rip through tissue paper. Scott can't prove blacks will commit more crimes when you move into a neighborhood, when they move into a neighborhood. It happens almost every time, but you can't be 100% absolutely certain. There's no smoking gun. I can't prove that next year blacks will commit more murders per capita than whites. I can't prove it to 100% certainty. So it seems that your point is that I'm not completely sure, and you're pissed that I act like I'm completely sure. Apparently that's your entire argument. That I act more sure than I really am. And that makes you angry. And all those stupid behaviors that blacks disproportionately do are correlated with IQ. You knew that, and you knew that was the importance of IQ. And really, Blaire, what would be the point of studying IQ if it had no real-world impact? That has always been my point.
Now, one score on an IQ test wouldn't amount to a hill of beans if it wasn't a predictor of real-world successes. And it is.
And it's the point of the first video in my IQ series. So to say that I focus only on IQ and not what impacts temperament and nothing else is just not true. You claim that I want the black median IQ to remain at 85 based on a white 100. Okay, prove it. Or can you not prove what you say? Do absolute requirements of proof only apply to me? You stand by that quote? Cool. Prove it. See, it's not the claim that pisses me off, it's your arrogance. Anyway, Blaire, you keep saying all this IQ stuff doesn't mean what I think it means. What do I think it means? Why don't you tell viewers what I actually believe? Do you know what I actually believe? Right now, as of making this video, Cracker School and Buddha Gem are the two users who truly understand what I believe. Not you, not Punk Outlaw, because you guys have dedicated so much mental energy to fighting some vision of me. Something that has to do with eugenics and sterilization and trails of tears and all sorts of stuff. You know, you never bothered to ask what it is you're trying to debunk. But here's a hint. Karl Marx. Now, I believe racial segregation in the long run is a necessary move to make Marx's vision come true. That's why I'm so cozy with all these racial separatists. The last thing I want are good race relations. Another thing has to do with Dunbar's number and collective incentives not working beyond 148. But I'll outline my beliefs more thoroughly in another video. And then, once I outline my beliefs, we may be able to have a debate between whatever your views on the world are and mine. Once you actually know mine. Oh, and while I'm on it, here's a comment by 40REver. 2 nights ago, he said there is no such thing as a WN because of the correction he made in his video, but like an asshole he is, he called himself a European nationalist. Again, I'm going to bug that misconception soon. It's 40REver speak, so it's kind of crappy. And here's the relevant clip from the video he's talking about. Okay, a real solution needs to address the problem, which is organic in nature. So I'm not a white nationalist. I'm a Dunbar Confederalist. As you can see, 40REver mischaracterized me again. This is why you are blocked, 40REver, and is why you will stay blocked, because you say things like this.